And welcome back.
That was almost coordinated. Nice. Unintentional, but awesome. So we're just waiting for one more person to get booted up and in this next match.
So we're going to see the same maps and modes as last time, because it is still the same bracket. This is just with new teams.
Yep. The Alberta Squid Swamp team, you'll see they'll all have that funny looking B in their name. So we've got Nintendo Bad. He used to be Nintendo Dad until we bullied him into changing his name. Timothy, Charmy, and yeah. I am also technically on that team, but as I'm commentating, they've got full reins and I have full confidence in them.
Yeah, that's going to be confusing later when Sherrifs is playing, because I have that team tag on right now.
Exactly. The what is that, an OE or CE in front of Kimmy's name? That's their team tag.
It's a CE, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yoko and I are the same level, right? Right? So if you see there, Yoko's got a star beside his level. Well, I'm level 85. He's 85 star. That means he's hit level 100 and more. He's level 185.
At least.
At least.
You can. That's called prestiging, and you can prestige multiple times, but it only shows one star in game. It'll show on the Nintendo app if you have more stars there, though. If you are that dedicated.
So as we look down the list, we've got a various amount of different levels happening here. From level 18 to an 11s to 80s and 61s. We've got a good variety of people in this lobby.
Yep.
And this is why we try to kind of even it out.
Yep. When we play in the Alberta Squid Swamp, we do organize, loose matches, loose times to play together, and you can level up quite a bit.
Now, unfortunately, with pickups, we can't always even it out. So, unfortunately, that we do have a local group that we get together every month, and we try to pre-make those teams to even it out. Now, the pickups here at Otafest are not part of that. They are exactly as that name implies. They are a pickup team, so they are going to be potentially lower level people.
And speaking of confusion, Cephalopod's Iveratic, that is not him. That is him lending his Switch out to somebody who didn't update their software before coming. So,
or have the game.
Well, they had the game, but anyways, technical details that are boring for stream talk. So,
are we boring you yet?
Kyrisk is also lending her Switch out as well. So, I was caught me off guard to see their name there as well.
So unfortunately, we might see some names come up more than once.
We'll try and call it out as it happens, though, to the best of our abilities.
So don't worry, Karis goes into playing on two teams.
I was holding my own Switch controller and expecting us to ready up when I hit the button. So
Bring us away.
I'm going to put this down so I don't do that to myself again. There we go.
For those new to the stream, potentially, my name is Serena, also known as Kimmy.
I am Tekino, also known as Andrew. And we are both part of the Alberta Squid Swamp, a Calgary-based Splatoon group, mainly organized through Discord, and we have monthly events. Whether it be LANs like we're holding right now, typically held at Century Box Cards, or sometimes just online events where we just either play meme matches of all playing one weapon, or things like bumper brushes or hide and seek. Things that you can only do in private battles, basically.
So here we'll see Rainmaker again at the Reef. So this is a map that there's two ways you can kind of push this, but it ends up converging almost into one area in the end. You can take it to the left like we saw earlier, where you're kind of going behind in this like street where it's a bit narrower and can get quite backed up.
Yeah, if one of the other team has, like, let's say a Splatling which just hails that one alley with bullets or inks, ink bullets.
Ink bullets, there we go.
You're in trouble because you don't have anywhere to hide. You're just in one alley.
But there's the other way you can take, which is more of the mid path, and it's a bit more open, a lot more back and forth though, because it's a bunch of ramps.
Yeah.
And there's some ramps that are not inkable, so you can't swim on them.
Absolutely, you're
it's
out in the open, just sort of darkened. But yeah, there's pros and cons to either routes. Comes down to preference, but I think I see lots of people pushing left usually around that alley in the car. Is that
It
accurate?
depends. In online ranks, I'll see people take the mid more.
Gotcha.
So let's find out what these two teams will do for their match. As we see Timothy here with the brush.
We have, as we said,
Sneaking up
Brush
behind.
going for the flank, taking out.
Three, can he get three?
Can he get three? Go
He
Tim.
gets three.
So that's going to be a good push for them. He's using his inkjet to get the elevation and just to tail the other team down with instant kill shots. Charmy's just pushing up, confident as ever. Oh,
Splashdown gets them though.
Sometimes confidence is not what it takes to push forward.
So here's that mid path I was talking about earlier, where it's a part of the ramp that's not inkable. So you just have to walk up there, and it's a painfully slow path. But once you get up past that area, you're pretty much almost at home.
Yeah, it's a very straight path. You saw there that Timothy, rather than trying to push up, he just hid behind that wall to make sure that Charmy and everyone else is coming from back from the spawn had a place to go, and they dunked it.
That was a nice kill from one of the other teammates, getting that yellow person off in front of that pedestal there to allow for a nice, clean, straight path to the pedestal.
Yeah, you can literally see the path they took, just a straight blue line down the middle of the match. So,
So this is what we're going to see, unfortunately, is a pickup team versus a team that's been together for 3 months now.
yes, we host seasons of league of matches. So this team has been practicing together for 3 months. Otafest is the grand finale of our entire season. So this team has lots of experience practicing together. They've got communication down and just time. Coordination with the pickup crew is going to be a little difficult because you don't really know where people's strong suits or their weaknesses are, and they might not even be used to communicating over voice chat to let people know what's going on.
Or they might not be used to even these modes here. So we see here Turtler 360. They are level 11. You have to be level 10 to be able to play in the ranked modes.
Yep. Splatoon locks off Climb Blitz, Rainmaker, Tower Control, all the modes we're seeing right now past level 10. That's just to make sure that you know the basics of keeping the ground turf in your color.
I want to get used to the controls because unlike a lot of other games, Splatoon uses motion control. You can use sticks, but a lot of us prefer motion control. You get a lot more because you use the motion to go up and down and the stick to go left and right.
Yeah.
I personally cannot aim with sticks to save my life. I will shoot the roof if you put me on sticks. If there's a roof.
Same thing for me. Like, sticks feel awkward to me now just because I've been using motion controls for so long, but the analogy I normally make is for consoles, you're normally just restricted just using sticks, which you have a set time that your camera rotates. With motion controls, the camera moves at the speed that you move. So it's analogous to having like mouse and keyboard if you think of it that way.
Now there is sensitivity controls that you can change.
Absolutely.
But it's definitely a lot different playing it. Like I couldn't play Overwatch because I've never used mouse and keyboard to play.
Yeah.
I would get framed.
Give me motion controls on Overwatch. That would be a blast.
All right, so now we're gonna have Clan Blitz here again.
Yep. So just trying to see what weapons they're bringing out. So we have Kensa dualies on Booyah beaches, and just a lot of good turfing weapons.
Aerospray is an interesting one. So Aerospray is a weapon that puts out a lot of ink. It's one of the highest turfing weapons in this game. Not great for getting those kills. It's a lot of RNG-based shooting. So you see there, Nintendo Mad has a power climb now, and you have to leave some climbs behind because you can't. Once you have a power climb, you can't pick up any more.
There's a power climb, 2 power climbs in the basket. Paris are coming in to try and take them out, but their baller ran out. Nintendo coming back to claim some turf, make sure that his team can get back in, toss some climbs in, but that timer's up. Nope, I spoke too soon. Timothy coming in with the Ultra Stamp, hammering away.
So you can equate the Ultra Stamp here, the hammer we're seeing in the bottom corner, as think of it kind of like a chain chomp where you're just being pulled along by this hammer, but you can swim with it and move it around a bit if you need to.
You can steer it around a little bit. Charmy coming in with one more power climb, busting that thing back open and bustle bunk or hustle pump, just taking safe ground, throwing them up from up top and bring that counter down to 33.
So you sometimes will see certain specials with the power climbs. Now if you're using the special that's a baller, it looks like a giant hamster ball. if you have a power clam with that and you pop yourself, your power clam gets dropped. But if you let the opposing team pop your ball, which is doable, you get to keep your power clam. So sometimes you'll see the strategy of they won't explode and they'll let the other team pop them for themselves.
Absolutely.
Same with splashdown. When you use a splashdown, you lose your power clam. It drops, but it still stays for you to be able to pick it up again.
Yep, it's to prevent people from just using specials that give you a little bit of invincibility and just straight up exploiting it. So, Lieutenant Bat, gets picked up by that charger.
But Charmy here will be able to pick up that and
there you go, there's
dunk
the
it for them.
follow-up. Now,
Rebound, right?
that,
Almost, not quite.
yeah. This is a, Doss again, I was gonna say, looks like he's gonna go around to try and get that power clam over their basket for a counter push, just to put a penalty on.
Timothy here being pretty brave here, trying to keep the area under their control. Maybe being a little, too aggressive
too
there.
aggressive, absolutely. Well,
The rest of his team had backed up, and he should have backed up with them at that point.
yeah. I think he was trying to just keep the other team pushed back and provide somewhat of an anchor point, but that's not a safe jump to get back into the match with. If people had jumped back to Timothy there, they would have been sitting ducks and probably would have been spotted instantly. So Turler here, should have stuck around and defended that climb from being picked up, because now that barrier is back open. This might be it. One more time, there it is. There's match.
So one thing I don't know if we mentioned either, when you have that power clam, you're visible to the other team.
It glows through the map, so you can see them no matter where they are.
So sometimes one of the strategies is to get 9 clams, kind of hide near the spawn and see if you can pick up a last one, and then just immediately dunk it, or be a jump point for somebody with a power clam, and then you have 9 clams to throw immediately into that basket.
Absolutely. So that's once again where team communication is key. And voice chat is very easy to let your team know that you have 9 clams and you want to sneak. So you just need a buddy to come with you with at least 1 clam to complete that power clam. But in solo queue, when you don't have voice chat, it's very difficult to do. Sometimes I've had times where I'm trying to sneak, and somebody just tosses me that extra clam thinking they're helping, and now all of a sudden my cover's blown. I'm visible to everybody. So
we'll get talking more about Clam Blitz in some future games, but now we're back here again with Splat Sounds at Muscle Forge Fitness.
If Booyah Beaches can take this victory, that's going to be a 3-0 knockout for Booyah Beaches versus this pickup team. There is a chance they can come back. I have seen reverse sweeps before, but I mean, I'm biased. Booyah Beaches is a good team.
Yeah, we've seen the pickup team I don't think they're quite getting the coordination down right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you never know, what might happen.
It might happen. They might just be waiting to give us a good match to commentate on, give us that reverse sweep that I want to see. I want to see a match 5 at some point today.
Yeah, there's not really any teams to look out for here right now. We've got the 4 main teams that have been around for the 3 months.
Yeah.
Each team is going to have an X-ranked player, or 2, essentially how
Sometimes
we've
2.
spread it out. Since we are uncommensated, we are taken out of those teams. One other individual, Yoko, here is on spectator with us. He's coordinating his team as well, and he's also X-ranked. So each team has actually lost we're each strong players, so it's still pretty even.
Yeah, it's evening itself out a little bit. All right, so, Kyra's taking me in that Ink Brush, one of my favorite weapons, and not many people like it, typically because it's very close range, and you got to know how to use it properly to be it. But you can see they're zipping. They don't need to shoot your ink, they just run on the ground. So, once again, Turner looks like he's trying to just build a special and give his team some place to sneak around.
Yeah, she's
Easy
got her
path.
special now.
So
Looking
is
for a
gonna use
safe
this.
place to use it, maybe. There we
go.
go. Uh-oh.
That's bomb. Wow. Tim just spotted them instantly. Just being really rude.
So in this game, we've got your main weapons that we've been seeing and talking about a lot, but there's also a lot of sub-weapons. So there we see the Splat Bomb. It's a triangle-shaped bomb that will pop in about a second after you throw it. So if you time things just right, you can get somebody who's spawning, or if you know where they're going to be, you can kind of just camp their area with a bomb and get them. We've also got burst bombs, which are like water balloons. They'll explode upon impact. We've got suction bombs. They take about 3 seconds to explode, and they can stick to any surface.
Yeah, they have a longer time to explode, but they have a bigger radius, and sticking them to walls means you can be really rude and... Come on! There's one, there's 2.
Oh, very nice nice control with that hammer.
Absolutely. If you get people in a narrow alley with that hammer, it's very easy to take them out.
They're also very patient that are using the hammer. They did pop it quite a bit earlier up on the zone, but they managed to keep it, hold it, and use it very wisely.
Absolutely.
And that is a 3-0 for
Victory.
Yeah, for Booyah Beaches. So that is the end of this round in this first bracket here.
Yep. This is going to be a double elimination tournament, so we will see where we're going to go next. But for now, we're going to set ourselves to mute, and if y'all want to get a drink or a snack while you're watching, now's a good time to do it while we get set up for the next match.
See you in a few minutes.